So today we're going to discuss the most important tools for the information gathering, that is Maltego. So in these tools, lots of option is there. Like nmap, we have lots of option in the command. Here you can count like more double, triple, not only double, triple. Lots of option is there compared to nmap also. Till now, whatever we learn, let's say Sodan, Vaporizer, Wayback Machine, there are all kind of different things already inbuilt in these tools. Okay, so it is, you can count like not a single tool, but it is a group of tools. You can count like that. And that's why in real scenario, also mostly company using these tools. Not only free, here we have different edition. As I already mentioned here, different edition. Okay, so tools is free to download and use. But what? There is a community edition. See, let me mention properly. Community edition. That is mostly required as a beginner. So here you will find 12 details about each category. Let's say you select any domain name. So it will extract 12 different category information for that domain. Now let's say I find one email ID or one subdomain or one website. So again, in that website, we can try to find more details. So we are able to get 12 detail of the website. It's not like total 12, okay? But at the same time, at a single time, you can able to extract 12 details. That is all about community edition. Otherwise, most of the features is there. It's not like pro or advanced have extra features which is not here. It is community edition. That means what? The limited version. Okay, not with the some restriction, but limited. Then we'll find the classic edition. The classic edition are able to extract 10,000 information for each that inquiry or query you run, and that is here known as an entity. Let's say if I talking about my details, then just example, let's say my name, then date of birth or email ID. That is what one category of my information. Same way here we are talking about this is what category, not the number of information, but number of category. And that is here known as an entity. Okay. So classic edition will allow you to find 10,000 information. That means 10,000 different entity. And then there is also Excel, which is just now. Before previously we only have classic and community. Nowadays you also find the Excel. That Excel, that means you can count like extra large. Okay, that is what you can see. Not the 10,000, but 1 lakh information about your query. And if it is a graphical tools, and understand that when you just run one query, let's say just example, cisco.com, and you will find 1 lakh detail. That means how that messy concept, messy in the sense lots of information is there. And sometimes, the recording your mind, if there is a more information, then also it will create confusion. So here, how we find the information, that is not most important, but how we can use these tools, that is important. How to find information, for that we are used already last week. Information gathering, enumeration and scanning and everything. This week, first Monday, that second Monday, we learn about enumeration and scanning. Otherwise, first week is entire about information gathering. So I will not focus on that, how to find, but how we can manage these tools with this long information, and how we can settle that information in the sequence, or how we can use this for the reporting. Getting it? This is the main focus here, how to use Maltego. So first, downloading concept. It is not inbuilt. Inbuilt in the Kali, no doubt, but latest, I will not suggest that in the latest Maltego use in the latest Kali, because it is giving some error. Error in the sense, not it will stop, not it will, it's not like it's not working, but it will sometime hanging, stucking or running slowly. That means what? Whatever the Maltego just updated and whatever Kali updated before the Maltego, that is not able to compare it. So I can suggest use the old Kali, and there is a old Maltego is there. Otherwise, nowadays you can also able to install the Maltego in the Windows. For that we need to download, and that I will suggest. If you want to use latest Maltego, latest version of these tools, then I will suggest use in the Windows. Right now I'm talking. After some days or after 1 month, 2 months, maybe their compatibility issue will go on, or maybe some other solution, whatever. Right now I'm talking according this. Today I'm talking that. So old Kali with the that inbuilt Maltego. In old is not like very much old. Okay. In the old Kali you will find 4.1, and right now 4.3. So even the latest 4 version is there, Maltego version 4. But in that small changes. Getting it? So let me open that website today, not run this computer, obviously in the VM. So this is my VM. Let's make it full screen. So it's look like good because here lots of options. I need to show you all the things. So let it be in the full screen. And here I will simply search that Maltego. So you can see maltego.com. That is official website. Okay. You can go to the home page and know the detail about Maltego, or you can go to directly download it. But let's say if you don't use this in your previous time, then I will suggest go to the home page and you need to create an account. It is a free tools, but it is what not totally free. It is known as a community edition. That means community can use. That means if you have the Maltego account, then only you can use, otherwise not. That is actually community edition. So you can go to the home page. So you will find the detail about the tools. So you can see merge data, map data. It will keep running different slides. Mine data means mining. So this is the three concept right now. Okay, merge, mining. Mining, that means what? Again, information gathering, mining the data. Then you can merge because multiple tools is there. Okay, and here you can see it is also telling you the scheduler demo, getter demo. Now understand, if any tools are also ready to provide the demo, that means what? Actually that tools is little bit complex that require demo to understand. Otherwise, if you open the NMA website, you will not find that kind of stuff. It just download exe file is there or the Kali file is there. Linux file inside. But it is simple. Just run the command. And if you don't know the command, use the help command. Not 100% easy, but easy to understand. While here, graphically, lots of options. So until you not explore, you're not able to know them. In command, only one single thing double dash help or the info, pre-info or menu. Main command, MN. You can find the whole list, but it's not like here graphically. Okay. And whatever the graphical thing, not only Maltego. Let's say we have Windows also graphically. If you don't find any steps, let's say how I can create the folder or file, just example, this. Or let's say advanced, how can I change this setting or that setting? Then also what? Directly you're not able to find where is the step. You need to search in Google, how can I change this setting? And then they will say for the steps, this click, that click, then this option. And same here, it is a lots of options. So this is also providing a demo. You can go there and you can see there is also a webinar on the coming 19th January. So if you want to know more, you can register. What is this? Domain tools and Maltego webinar examining the infrastructure. I will suggest you can register and watch it. What is Maltego? Also, there is video and other things. So it is specially for Maltego, okay? Website means what? If you go here and try to find, sir, how can I create account? So product and then register. Directly not find the sign in. Okay, it's not like a course or that kind of website or Google kind of platform. It is specially for tools. So it is product category website. It is highlighting the product, not the login, not the account. And here in the product, you will find here register for free. Okay. And suppose after some time you are easily able to use these tools and now you are going for job, then what? This plans and pricing section is for you, where you will get the idea. So if I click here pricing, then you can see community Maltego desktop application. Okay. So all thing is there, whatever the application here. But what is the difference stuff here? You can see self-hosted server. That means there is also you will get one server, all the detail will store there. Multi-device use. This is for what? That kind of company who are specially hiring the ethical hacker or cybersecurity people and taking a project of different security company. So in that company, all employees an ethical hacker. And they all require these tools daily uses, all different employee handling different projects. So that time we don't need to purchase separately one by one, we can purchase combo. So only one license, but they can use by multiple users. VM deployment support. Let's say nowadays cloud is booming, you know that. So people are not using their own computer. Sorry, that computer is using, but that own computer is not high level. It is just a normal computer for remote access and all data in the cloud. So let's say Kali also in the cloud. No one will use in the daily life Kali. Agree? Even I know the Kali lots of way. I'm doing hacking, cybersecurity, but still my main OS is Windows or Linux, not the Kali Linux. Getting it? So let's say that I'm using in the cloud server and I want to use the VM, then you can use this. Enterprise machine. As a server, you want to keep install and they will keep checking everything like that. Different option is there. You can see. So what 3 I explained, that is also change, I think. Community is there, up to 12 result per transform and 10,000 entity per graph. Okay, that means let's say one, again, if I use the domain name and then I will try to find the detail, I will get the 12 detail. Then that 12 again, I will find 12 detail. It's like 144. Again, 12 detail. This kind of what hierarchical structure you can understand. And total, what I find total, I can find 10,000 detail. Getting it? Then here Pro. Pro is now 64,000. Okay, and total 1 million. Enterprise also you can see up to 64,000. Total 1 million. What is the difference? So here you can see features. Enterprise for multiple device. Let's say I'm the single device and I want to use more detail. Then what I will use Pro, not the community. Okay, community that means 12 detail. Pro that means all detail, but single user. All details with the multiple user enterprise. And cloud or on you can see here, this is for that. Again 64,000, total 1 million. That I told you 1 lakh, 10 lakh. So that is I need to change. It is not even the 1 lakh, but 10 lakh. It is I think 10 lakh. Or what? 10 lakh or 60. It's already 10 lakh. Sorry, that was my reading mistake. Sorry. Okay. So let's go to our that machine and again full screen. So this is what different features category, okay, for the plans. Otherwise, let's say go here, resources, and there is also online documentation where you find all the steps. How you can use Maltego. So this is for us, Maltego desktop application guide. Okay, if you have different other server, then you can use this category. Otherwise, here. And this whole option is there. Installing Maltego, how you can activate, how you can use the transform entity. Okay, getting started in that you can see home page, application, all that option is here. And then you can also go for the Maltego blog. Here actually lots of things. So I'm just again repeating that if you create the account, so don't create only account just for the requirement. Also try to interact and stay updated for that. Okay. So all these different blog here you can see. December 22, different things. So lots of things is freely available. But it is that much information that everything no need to explain here. You can read. Now here I'm not providing training that explain the blogs or reading and you just explain. Okay. So let's come to the back side and main home page. And in the resource, you can also go for the learning. Here online documentation, that means what? All the reading content. That means steps and everything you can find easily. But let's say you want to learn more, then there is also video. And also Maltego have a course. and that course also chargeable. Okay, if you go downside, you can see learn live training, then cybersecurity, government or trust safety. You need to request the access. That means what? Let's say if you are working in the one company or institute or government section, wherever, and you want that your employee will be aware, your employee will understand how can we use the Maltego. For that, you can request the access. Otherwise, on-demand course. And here you will find, you can see, foundation course, $499. Advanced, another $499. Foundation, basic, this is actually essential. Okay. Then you will able to learn. Here you will find the 10 videos. So again, when you create the account, then here you need to click the request. Directly it's not visible again. When you create the account, then here you click on the more. Again, it will ask your detail. Enroll for free. Okay. It will ask the detail and then you will get the link in the mail. And you will find the 10 videos. Small, 10, 12 minutes, 10, 12 minutes, total 10 videos. That means around 2-3 hours training. Okay. For basic understanding. So in that training, lots of point is there, which is actually according to, not according real scenario, but you can use. So that will also, I will suggest you can create an account and also use this, you will get the link. So now let's go to the directly download section. For other tool, I'm not explaining this whole stuff, but here it is huge. So I'm explaining and guiding that, try to use all that features. So you can see Windows, Linux, Mac for everyone are right now available. So Windows and two options you can see .exe and Java. These tools require Java to run properly, graphical tools. Some features is there which is require Java. Okay. If you already developer or programmer, or let's say you are doing some project and that's why you already have the Java in your computer, then what? Directly download normal exe file. But let's say as a normal user, I'm not using Java. Means not I'm talking as a Java coding, okay? But still for other document, we require to install Java. If it is there, only install the exe. Otherwise, install with the Java. I'm installing this, install with the Java and download. And you also will find the hash value of MD5 and SHA. If you want to check the integrity. And it is the same version, not updated. So it is showing the bracket one. Let me check my download section. It is here, you can see 4.3.1. When I downloaded on the 9/11. Okay, previous batch, November 9. And right now also when you focus here, it is showing that 4.3.1. And it is the same file, so bracket one. So I don't need to wait for that. If it is the even this little bit change like 4.3.2 or whatever, then I will wait. Now let it be. No need to use this. Close this, and I will install this. Here in the installation, during the install also lots of options we need to focus. So I'm installing in front of you. Otherwise, in the call it is inbuilt. You can directly start using. But here I need to explain lots of stuff. So it will ask you this permission, yes or no. So it is 4.3. Okay. In old Kali, there is a Maltego inbuilt. Okay. That is Maltego 3. But you can update old Kali I'm talking. You can upgrade, it will become 4.1. But 4.3 is only for the new Kali, but that is also compatible. So here, simple. Here you can do the next. It will asking install for everyone or just for me. If it is your personal computer, you can install for everyone. If it is office computer, this option is not allowed to you because according office computer, that all PC is handling by the centralized server. You only have the rights to do the changes in your user. Then you can use this just for me. With this, what happened? Let's say this same computer, If I log out my user and there are, let's say, another user for the other trainer who's taking class here with this same system, then they will not able to use the Maltego. Only my user can use. So this is optional, but in real scenario, it is affected. Right now, I am using install for everyone. Next. If you use this section, you can see what is your path. Regular path like program file 86, then Peterva. Peterva is the actually official organization who created this Maltego. So I'm giving lots of example on that day also. That if you find the organization name, it is not same that it is the organization.com, the website. I give you that Birdsuit example also. That organization is what? Quotes figure. Tools name Birdsuit. So mostly high level tools you will find same way. Tools name separate, actual organization is separate. Like in the Kali. So Kali.org is what? Website. But company name is not Kali. Anyone know what is the company name or organization name? We already discussed. So I'm asking. Who created Kali? I'm not asking as a scientist name, okay, who found that. I'm simply asking as a public detail, organization. Which organization working in the Kali? People finding for Cisco. ICIJ. Sorry, by mistake I pressed the escape. Again, where is that? It's here. Offensive security. I told you. That is actually organization name, not the topic. Offensive security. And they're having the official certificate for Kali. That is what? OSCP. Offensive Security Certified Professional. If you actually want to become master in Kali, then also I will suggest one more thing. Twitch, everyone know Twitch? TWITCH. Twitch. Then let it. Then no meaning to explain. Okay, so you can see I'm using install for anyone. And if I go here, then it is showing the Peterva, okay, in that Maltego. If I go back, again, let's say just for me and next, then my path should be changed, you can see. Getting it? For this, there are lots of options, okay? Everything not able to see in this small screen. If there is 2-3 display, I can explain more better way. So for this student, for today's session, if you come right, then okay. Because lots of things is there and it will become stay small. So right now my path is what? User, admin and that data. That means it will install in the particular user folder. Okay. Where normally you already aware that C drive and in the user. So here whatever the different user will find here. Okay. Getting it? While if I install for the whole, then what? It will not install in the user folder. It will install here. Program file, which is able to use by anyone. So that is also different. So right now I'm using for everyone regular path program file 86. And that program file 86 here and next. So again, you will find this kind of folder Peterva inside that Maltego and install. So you can see if you know about the Java concept, let's say you want that Java is only applicable for this tool. I don't want to use Java for everywhere in my computer for other tools. For that you require Java knowledge and then you can click here, you will ask for the advanced customize option. But right now let it be. And it is forward create desktop shortcut and finish. So installing here, we need to keep in mind this only 2-3 steps. But the more stuff now, when I open the Maltego, but before start the practical, there are lots of things it will ask for login and that community edition, lots of stuff. So that also we need to understand. Right now, let me close these things and Maltego is here. So let's open this. Then searching about which? Focus here. First time it will take time. Okay, there are lots of stuff. So it is the background. This is the screen. If you already use the packet tracer, it is look like same, but not for the router and switch, for the information. Okay, but before using that, you will find this product selection lot of stuff. So here also keep in mind. So what I told you, that is here you can see Maltego XL, Maltego Classic, and CE Community Edition for the free. Okay, and you can see cache file. Okay, this is also previously is launched, but this is what, let's say you don't want to use these tools for the information gathering, but let's say your employee like that, again company thing, that which is the company already have all the ethical hacker and they using the project based security subscription or whatever. So mostly that kind of company only using Maltego. Okay, otherwise that kind of company who having the one particular department for the cybersecurity, they have the ethical hacker or pen tester, and they are ready to increase their budget, so they can purchase the Maltego. Otherwise, mostly you will find in the organization where the multiple users are using Maltego. So now let's say you already have the research with the Maltego tool. That means you already absorb the data, gather the data, and then you want to recheck it after some time. Let's say in some way also you find the case reopen. Again, we require that old file, which is already having the whole information. No need to find information again. So for that stuff only also you can use this. So this Maltego case file is what? It is not allow you to directly search anything. But let's say already you have any search data, then with these tools you can able to recheck it. Getting it? That means you can count like Maltego with the read permission. So you can able to read the Maltego file. Okay, here in the virtual machine, sometimes Zoom is not working properly. Zoom in the sense, zooming. Let me check if it will work, then it will help you to understand more. So you can see here, it's creating issue. In the Maltego case file graph, you can see can only be created manually. No transform may be run. No entity will run. More types of entity will be installed, and the resulting graph may be used for the commercial purpose. While upside the free, the red kind of color, brown color, that is what Maltego C, Community Edition. The Community Edition transform will installed and can be run to the generate the graph. That means we can able to generate the graphs and information, but the features is limited, and the resulting graph may not be used for the commercial purpose. This is just for the practice. If you find any detail with the commerce CE edition, that is you are not able to use for the reporting. That is for just testing purpose. And right now we are here for learning. We don't need to report right now. Then it is best for us. Upside, if I go, then that is what the Excel. First is Excel. That is, you can see extra large. Same thing I told you. Okay. Let me make it small. It will not work properly. So mainly what we can find, these three edition: Community Edition, Classic, and Excel. There is also Maltego 1. Maltego 1 is not actually any edition. It is what? Just a new synchronize and login concept. That if you have, let's say, different plan, somewhere, let's say you purchase only the single plan, then you find that company is growing and now you purchase the enterprise plan or whatever. That means you have multiple different things in the Maltego, and you want to use everything with the single login. So like in Google or Microsoft or let's say Cisco, you will find the nowadays single login, one-time login. Okay, that is features known as SSO, single sign-on, SSO. Okay, sometimes it is also asked in the interview if you want to note it down. SSO, single sign-on, that features. How you can explain that feature single sign-on? That if the tools or website or platform have multiple different category features to log in, then people no need to remember all different user ID password for safety. Single ID password can use everywhere. Just understand, if I want to log in Google Drive, I need to create separate account? No. If I want to use Google Map, Google Contact, whatever. So all that thing is what? Only one single account, that Gmail account, and then we can use any features. That is what single sign-on. Getting it? So same here, Maltego one is what you can see. Maltego one is a new defined solution to access and activate Maltego plans for the professional enterprise. That means, if you remember in that plans, I show you that enterprise plan, where multi-license. Means actually we purchase the one license, but it will use for the multiple user. So that owner or admin, whoever have that main access, they can allow, okay, now this user can access, now this user not. That is what centralized management, and that is Maltego one. Getting it? So mainly again that 3 addition which I already explained. So let's select anyone. Okay. If you want to purchase this, you can purchase this one Excel or Classic. Otherwise, here directly run the CE. Configure Maltego. You can see before starting anything, there are lots of steps. There is, you can see 8 steps. So it is a license agreement. You can read it. And accept and next. Then it will ask you for the login. Okay. So if you have already account, directly log in. Otherwise, what? Here also we have the button register here. And you can create account here also. So I already have, so I'm logging that. And captcha. L. That means you can see before start using anything, it will asking for login. So without account, again, this tool is not useful. It's free, but community edition. So now you can see backend. Features start loading. Even here step is remaining, but background you can see the process. Some process is there. So here it is showing the name and date and time. API key is valid until the 10 January. This okay, no worry. Next. Then now it will asking for to install transform. Now we are understanding. You need to understand two main things here. One, entity I already explained. What is entity? That means different things. That list of information. That is what entity. Then is also you find the transform. Here, what is the transform? That means use different sections. In the Maltego, as I told you that you can search as a Sodan for the email. You can search for the personal detail. You can search for the properties. Not real estate I'm talking, property, but that detail. Let's say again, my computer property, that means what? How many RAM is there, how many processor is there, which OS is installed, like that is what computer property. So you want to find the property, you want to find some domain detail, you want to find some subdomain detail, you want to find as a Sodan, you want to find as a Weaponizer, you want to find as a Bitcoin, it is also available here. Which kind of information? It is a different section. And that section here known as a transform. Okay, so two keywords you need to understand. Whatever the different section for information, that is what different transform. And whatever the different information, that is entity. Okay. So here you can see, according this list, we have total 13 application servers. That means officially it is saying that different 13 applications running in background here. Then 175 transform. That means that Soda and Weaponizer kind of small total 175 tools is there. Getting it? Then 102 entity. Total 102 kind of different category information. 23 transform sets. Transform sets, that means what? Let's say total I told you here 175 transforms. So it is also in the category. According domain, let's say we have in section domain name or website or subdomain. That is what? Part of one domain transform set. So total we have 23 transform sets. That means 23 group. You can consider logically. And total we have 175 category of transform and 102 of category information. 31 icons, whatever different icon is there. 8 machines. In background, 8 virtual machines separately using for different information. So this kind of mix, messy concept and these tools is created. Again, this value may be changed when you installing new version or the old version. Right now it is showing I am according 4.3.1. Next. Then you can see help to improve Maltego. You can click here if you want to again use as a normal student and learner. If you finding some error or Maltego somewhere stuck, then what? It will send error to the Maltego and you will get the replay or response support. As a professional, if you are working in some company, then it is depend on your policy. That your tools, whatever doing, is allowed to send publicly or not. So right now I'm not clicking. Let it be. Next. Then web browser. In background, it will use the web browser. Which web browser you want to use? So you can see Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge, Firefox, and Chrome. Okay. Now suppose if you putting here any browser and that browser also using proxy, then again it will create issue. Getting it? Let's say you are using Firefox for your daily use and that Firefox is using with the company proxy server. So that will again create issue here. So here again, I will not select anything. Whatever the default in your system, that we use. Then privacy mode. So here you have two options and this we need to understand deeper way. We have two options. One is normal, second is stealth. Normal option, that means what? Again, like we want to do normal information gathering. We don't want to use that information for the reporting or for the bug. Just I want to learn how Maltego works. Then normal option. Okay. Like Nmap, let's say we are able to use the some option. What Nmap will do? In background, they will check first the ping. I told you in the Monday session. If ping is replay, then Nmap understand, okay, that tools, machine host is on. And then it will try to scan other stuff. That is good also, bad also, I told you. Subjective. Okay. If the machine is on, okay, and because of firewall, it is not giving replay. That means it is not good for us. Even the machine on Nmap is not able to scan. That's why we can use that hping or Nmap with the option of S, synchronous scan. Okay. Second thing, what? If the machine is off and still we try to scan, again it is not good. That's why normal option is good, that first check the ping, then so it is vice versa. Same here. Normal scanning is what? Scanning normally. Again in background, it will check that website is available. Can I able to reach the website or that particular domain? Then only they try to extract the information. Okay. And as a normal free community, whatever you are doing with these tools, you are doing after the login account. That means Maltego, that Peterva organization also aware what you are doing with their tools. Because if you are doing something illegal, again, their responsibility. But let's say you already using the paid version and you want some detail only for your organization. Let's say I want to find some detail for my organization. It is not illegal. And that detail no need to know by Maltego or Peterva. Then what? I will use the stealth mode. That means what? It is something like a hidden, private. Whatever things you are doing, that is not noticed by public. Okay. So again, right now I will use the normal mode. That is for advanced stuff or let's say paid version you can count. And then next. Now all step is ready. You are ready to go. So here you will find the three options. Open a blank graph and let me play around. That means Let's say again you are opening the packet tracer. First time you will find all thing empty. You need to take a router, switch, and then you can take a cable and connect and create your own topology. Same thing here. You will find the empty graph. You can decide what domain name you want to search. According that, what transform set you want to use, what transform you want to use, and what information entity you want to find. Whole thing is depend on you. You will get the blank graph. Second thing, open an example graph. That means what? Here, these tools will give you one demo. It's not a demo video, but one demo information gathered already. With that Maltego or better or whatever kind of website, what kind of email ID they're using, what kind of IP they are using, all that thing. You will get the demo. So you will find, okay, this kind of information we can get. And third is what? Go away. I have done this before. This is for what? Let's say you are already using Maltego multiple times. You are just right now installing in the different system. Then let it be. I will do with my stuff. I don't require any graph, nothing. Just finish this process. So for us, I will use example graph. So we can easily learn. Once you understand that, you can directly also use the open the blank graph. It is your choice. But this is just how you want to open for the first time. It is not affect anything in the installing process. Installing process is done. Your new Maltego client has been initialized successfully. Okay. And suppose you want to use the documentation, then also here we have the user guide option. So here that same thing. Okay. Option. So you can see this whole thing is there. Transform. Built with HTTP, IP quality, Microsoft Bing search, open CNAME, PGP, property, security trend, Sodan, Webback machine, who is, Wikipedia. These all things already installed in these tools. That means if I want to search manually in the Wikipedia for some information, or then I will try to find some IP, I'm going to Sodan, then I try to find some IP, then I'm going to who is, that all thing, these tools will directly do. Okay, so for that, sometime what this multiple options student will forget or sometime confuse. So this guide will help you that which kind of information you will find in which guide, which transform. So that is only for again understanding purpose. I'm closing here and finish. So after that finishing, you need to wait. Okay, it will take time, and you will find one ready-made graph. And there are lots of information. That's why very small. So let's do full screen. It will not do. This also things you can count. Here full screen not possible. Okay, last time also that was see. So we can do manually if just do the small and then stretch. There are other options also available, no worry. But tools not allowed to do full screen. If you remember, if anyone, then just by your resolution and screen size, also hacker can able to hack your computer. That's why if you're using torrent Tor browser, then also by default it will open in the small screen, not in the full screen. Same here, this does not allow you to open in the full screen. Just by resolution possible. Whatever your resolution of the screen, according that what your display driver download. First time when you're using the computer, it is normal. There is no any graphics, you know that. Then you can use what Windows update. Then you will find display driver download. So they will also detect your screen. According that it will download. It is 9020 by 180 or 720 pixel, what kind of things. Okay. And for every display set, there is a different driver. Okay. And that also according your processor means one, let's say your i7 processor with the let's say 6th generation example. and 9020 display. Same processor, let's say i7 6th generation and let's say 1080 display. And same, let's say i7 processor 6th generation and 4K display. But driver different. Okay. Then what? If it is a laptop, then also vendor different. You will download the Lenovo driver or you will download the HP driver like that. For computer, it is not that kind of specific vendor, you know that. But for laptop also vendor specific. Okay. So if the driver, according that, they can identify which things you are using. And what happened? They can do the social engineering or spam thing again, and they will send you the display driver update. If you download, things is going on. So lots of things is there. Again, what I told you that repeating, the knowledge is used only 20%. Things, skills, sequence, where, how, this whole thing depend on you. So here the sample is ready. And right now it is showing the full all detail. Okay. So what? You can use the control button and scroll the mouse. It will become bigger, zoom in. And it's not an image, so you can do the zoom and it will blur. It is the data. So now can you visible? Can everyone play the game in the computer? So you will find there is a big map or any kind of game, then you will find left side or right side some map. Same here, it is a map. It is indicating where you are. If I go here, so you can see I'm moving. Getting it? So right now we are here. Let's do little bit small. So other detail we can see. Now it is visible, everyone. So you can see right now it is showing the Maltego.com website itself. And then here it is showing the DNS entry. Okay, which DNS entry actually? Name server you can count. That is wildcard-in-use.maltego.com. Here you will find www.maltego.com. That means what? It is a web server. You can see machine drawing with the www. Then go right side. So another docs.maltego.com. That means a document. If you click here, you will find all detail in this side also. That is showing 254. Let me do bigger here. So it is what indicating? It is indicating that if you are searching about maltego.com, then these all 24 websites are talking about maltego.com. Let's say I'm searching about some particular famous name. Just example. Not that kind of famous, let's say Narendra Modi, you will find everywhere. Modi detail. Right now, just talking. Not as a Bajaj Congress, but normal I'm talking. Okay. But so that kind of some people, let's say any website, or let's say you find there is a new e-commerce website in the market and they're giving some discount and I want to search, okay. It is just actually totally new website, or is there any other blogs or other review is there? Then what? You can again use that website here. You will find that there are other multiple websites where you find the these.com details. Getting it? So you can see here, first is www.petero.com, second en.wikipedia. So you will find detailed Wikipedia. Then socialengineer.org, sec tools, security tools, YouTube, maltego.blogspot.com, tools.kali.org. That means it is inbuilt tools of Kali, as I told you. Then softpedia.com, alternative2.net, docs.peterva. So these all total we what we have 254. That means around the world, whatever right now, specific maltego.com detail is available in all these 254 details, 254 websites. If I go this side, then what I find? I find there is a one MX. MX is what? Mail exchanger record. Okay, so that is what? Maltego-com .mail.protection.outlook. And if it is Outlook, then obviously Office 365. Previously MS Office, now it is known as Office 365, you know that. And that too MX are using this email ID. Public IP address. That means, let's say what we are doing with the who is. We'll find the name server, name record, DNS record, and then IP address of that. And now let's say this IP address are using by which? So go downside. This is the network range. What is the IP? You can see 104.47.5.36. And that is, you can see block size. That means here it is showing the network. The network is what? 104.47.5.0 till 255. That means less 24. Same here. It is already mentioning block size 256. That means what? 8 bit of the host. And this range is using by one. So it is saying this range is providing by this. Helsinki, Finland. And Amsterdam, Netherlands. These both are showing. And that company are using AS number 8075. Now, according to this AS number, what is the detail? Go downside. It is providing by Microsoft. So we started with Maltego. Then we'll find the mail exchange record. Now that mail exchange, what IP using? That IP, what the network size? That network in the which AS number? And that AS number owning by what? Here. So this is the long process. And this, let's say if you don't want to use the Maltego tools, but this sequence also help you in the real hacking. That how you try to find one information to second to third, how you reach bridging concept. Okay, you can start anywhere. Let's say suppose you have the email ID of any person. So you can search here. After the email ID, what I can find? So in this same, I'm going more this side. So this is name server record. That is MX record. Okay, which I told you before here, that is MX record. Here it is name server record. So let me go right side. Where is the email ID we have? No. It is highlighting with the @ No email ID in this example, no worry. We'll see that live example also. Right now, email ID example is not there. So let me go this side. If we have the name server record, what we can do? So name server record, then again we'll find the IP address of that name. Who is providing this DNS? That means according Maltego, this is the IP is providing DNS detail 97.74. And it is public IP, you know that. It is not a private IP. Then again block size. So here also block size 256. And that block size is having this AS number, providing by the Scotland, US. Sorry, Scotland, my mistake. And again, this AS number is providing by GoDaddy. That means you can easily understand that domain right now of the Maltego is under the GoDaddy. Not under the, but using that GoDaddy service publishing. Okay, that network range they purchase it from the Microsoft. Domain name they purchase it from the GoDaddy. What is that GitHub? Let me show you. So that website, maltego.com. That maltego.com you can see having this all IP. 185 series, 109, 108, 111, and 110. And totally different. The different is what that. Then we can count like what? 8, 9, 10, 11. 4 IP is there. Okay. The ranges was 185, 199, then 108, 185, 199, 109, 1010 like that. 4 IP. That means what? That website taking lots of load or whatever. They are having 4 different IP for publishing website. And that all IP having, you can see 256 range. From that, you can see one range is this side. Other range, this 4 is this side. So that website IP address is using this AS number. And that AS number are from the GitHub and Fastly. Another thing, what? It is also using by RECH. Then Amazon cloud. That means what? What the Amazon cloud they find? Documents. All the document detail is stored in the cloud, Amazon. So these are you can find lots of detail. Till now, whatever we learn, that is now here you find the one map. Any confusion? Sure. Proceed. Okay. So let's do some live practical. And here also you will find the identity. Okay. Like in the small time, let's say with the child time, we are doing that painting, then we specify, okay, that triangle is this, that reverse is this blue color, like that it is here mentioned, okay. Website is gray color, that orange color kind of, so it is IPv4 address, gray color, other things, IPv4, red is location. So if you want to focus, you can see directly focus on the red dot, you will find this side also. This location is indicating Frankfurt, Germany. This location is Cambridge, US. This location is Amsterdam, Netherlands. This is that Helsinki, Finland, and here Scotland. Then here it is the dark red, it is showing NS record. That is here dark red NS record. So these are also you can go here. Okay. And that blue color is what? Net block. So these all are the network block, you know that. So now, if you want to open the new graph, simply here, it's like it is your small browser. Okay, these are the tools option, but this screen is your small browser. And here you can use the new graph. You can close this, or you can use the simple Control N. That is the shortcut. If not working, then you can go here and click on this new. So it is empty graph. So before I start this practical concept, okay, which I explained that open the empty graph, that is here. You will not find this example. Close this example. It will take less load. And here what? Now you want to same like a packet tracer, drag and drop. But you need to decide the starting point. What is detail you already have, and from that what other detail you want to extract. If you have the email ID, you can take that. If you have the domain name, you can take that. If you have organization name, you can take that. Okay. And for that or category, you will find this side. So for that, let me do temporary again bigger. So you can see right now, this category is indicating what? Cryptocurrency. That cryptocurrency it is what? If you want to find Bitcoin address detail, Bitcoin cash block, Bitcoin block, cash, other hedging. So that is right now not our concept. Minimize it. So when you minimize that, you will find the second section, that is device. Device is such as a phone number. Let's say you have someone mobile number or phone number. And from that, you want to find some other detail. Then use this icon. Click and drag and drop. Simple. So any kind of device, camera or mobile or whatever. Okay, but right now I don't want this step. Then let's say you find some date and time. You have some event. And for that event, you want to grab some detail. Let's say there are some webinar or seminar or physical event is going to on that 26th January. And you want to know about that detail. You can use that date and time. Let's say on the 26th January, on the 7 a.m., what kind of event is going on? You will find that detail here. On entire the world, whatever the things going on, 26th January, 7 a.m., that will be listed here. Getting it? So this device also right now we don't want, minimize it. And then event also right now not focus, minimize it. Then groups and community. Let's say you have some Facebook group or other group or WhatsApp group, whatever the thing, just example. And for that group, you want to require more detail, you can use that. Right now, let it be. Then according infrastructure. That means according organization way. You want to find CVE number, DNS name, domain, IP version 4. This is our target right now. I told you in the beginning also while OSINT, 3 section. Business, person is not our category, and third is network. So this category, business or network here in the infrastructure. Okay. So you can use the DNS name, and then you can find the other record. You can use IP version 4, and I want to search this IP using by what? So example graph you already researched. So right now let's say I want domain. So just click this domain and paste here. So by default it is showing the pattern 1am, but that you can change. It is just default stuff. So again now things is I explained. So just close this. So right now you can see according to this is the only stuff. So big dot. Just select this way, then you can move. Otherwise, you will find that cable kind of stuff. Okay, so just select this way, and then you can move it. So this pattern right now, what I want to do, right click, and you can find the whole detail. But if your target is pattern, otherwise what? If you double click, then also that detail will open. And here also you can change. Okay. Now I just asked the question about some Kali in that detail. You don't know. Let's grab the Kali detail. Kali.org. And okay. So now that is become Kali.org. And then right click, you will find all the options. Generally, is a learning purpose. You can use the old transform, but it will take lots of load. They try to find all the details. Okay. The better thing is what? You need to know which information is your target. Email address, some historical things. You can see right now we have 4 options. First is email address. That means whatever the employee working on that Kali organization and having the email ID, their name @kali.org. What I take, kali.com or org? Okay, then okay, it's kali.org. Okay, then you will find that email address here with the first option. If you want to find some historical snapshot, that means what? Wayback Machine. That's same. What? The website format or data on this date and this time. That is what? Historical snapshot. Wayback Machine. Then you will find the entity property, as I told you, what is the property. And then person from the domain. Is there any person detail from this domain? That means owner or admin, that kind of stuff. So let's say we'll start with the first option, email address. And click here. So we'll find which kind of email address, whatever the email address. Just click here. They will try to grab the email address. So in background, you can find there is query some running, and then it will take some time. You will find lots of email ID. Okay. And automatically it will manage. As I told you, how to gather the information that you already learned in the last week. Here, these tools, we just need to understand how we can use these tools. Otherwise, graphically, you will find lots of stuff here. So you can see, one we have reforson@kali.org. Second, we have dookies@kali.org. Devel@kali.org. Ron Johnson, 1@kali.org. Theo, Buxy, Anima, sorry, both me. If you go downside and this side, then Mutz, Arnold, Steve, or Brave House. So this is different email address. Now let's say according this particular email address, who is the name? Who is using this email ID? Then anything, let's say this Gothmi I'm talking, and then right click. And you can see find the entity property, person from the email. So we'll use this person from the email. So there is the detail. Go downside. So 2 people using this email ID, or maybe 2 different computers log in this email ID. One is Gothmi 1K, second is Ben Wilson. That means it is actually original name and this is username. That is also possible. That original name is Ben Wilson and Gothmi 1K, it is what? Company username. If I do right click here, from this user, you can see find the email address of person. That means what? First, what I do? First, I find the public email ID, sorry, company email ID. From there, I try to find person. Now, let's say I want to find other email address of this person. So, according this me or this Ben Wilson, what kind of email address available? So, again, right click and again email address. If you will find reverse arrow, that is what? They only have the one email ID, but right now not the reverse arrow. You can see reverse arrow also there. Because obviously this email ID also for that person. If I try to find this person detail, which email ID they using? So one is reverse arrow. Email ID, this person, that email ID. But according this me 1K, there is another email ID I find. See that have.u.gotme1k@gmail.com. Gotme1k@exploitdb.com. ban.offset at offensivesecurity.com. ban@. So this ban, that means what? Ben Wilson. You can cross verify that detail is right. Gotme1k@offset.com. Ben, both email ID you can see there is available. And all original also you can see Gotme1k offensivesecurity.com. And one more nethunter.com. That Kali tools, if you remember. That means this person is working some high level and having all different domain access. If there is only one or two email ID or only personal email ID like this gmail.com, that means regular person, normal employee. But right now they have all high level domain access also, offset.com, offensivesecurity.com, okay, and also nethunter. Any confusion? So you can see right now we have this much long graph. One domain name, then this whole email ID. From that we target one email ID, person, and from that person again new email ID. Getting it? Now, here, if you want to target another email ID, it is your choice. Let's say Steve. Okay, just for practice. Again, find the person from the email. So according this Steve, what we have? We have only one. That is Steve Kimarjevsky. And again, what they have other email ID? So there is also multiple email ID they are using. Steve@steve.net. That means they also have their personal blog. Steve.net. Steve Dave@steve.net. PHDN@softhome.net. You can see now how you identify what is this, but that is this person email ID. Steve@Gentoo.org. Offensive Security, Genci for USA, and one more. Three-way@gmail.com. Now understand how you identify what is the email ID of three-way. Again, let's say right click and again find the person. That actually that email ID, if you find again reverse arrow, that means it is the right. So what you find? According that account, that username is three-way. And here also again, let's say if I find another email ID, I can do that same to same thing, but if I will find the cross arrow, that means will identify. You can see cross arrow will find that this same three-way having this email ID. Getting it? That means this email ID, this, not this, sorry, but this, wherever you find the two arrow, that is what? On that both email ID, you can try the password, either three-way, either that Steve's or that website. You can able to create a word list. Okay. Now, again, let's get back to the main domain. And let's say not only the email ID, come back. And let's say I want to find the directly person. According that Kali org, what is the person? So see here map now, map size you can see. Email ID section is beside, here all the email ID, go downside, here you will find that person. Theodotos, Rafael, public key, person name public key, okay. Marcia, Moscow, Reforson, Kali Linux repository, Animes Roy, Ron Johnson, Okay. And now this person you can easily compare with this email ID. Here you can say reforson@kali. Now we don't need to use extra time on that. Okay. And same way, let's say right click and I want to find another domain detail if we have. So email historical person from the domain, find the entity properties. So you can see date and time, DNS name, domain, email address, other things. So let's say domain. So what I find, small arrow which is indicating they will. This person, second person. Ben Wilson. eBay, PhD and Steve. You will find all the arrow. If some suspense movie, if you are watching, then you will find this kind of board, arrow and row. This kind of map you are able to generate, and lots of detail is there. So why there is no domain detail? Let me check here the logs. Transform to the domains with the property, return with the one entity from the entity kali.org and transfer to the kali. Okay, that is the only one domain, kali.org. So right click again. Let's say I want to find IP address of that kali.org. Running transfer IP address within this property, just wait. Done. Then where is this? No, email address, it is only there. You can see here, okay, if you find some detail, you will find here this kind of section. It is only showing right now email address, person and domain. There is no IP address. Let me try again, right click and IP address. No IP address able to find. Obviously, little bit secure, no worry. And what else we can do? Let's say URL, phone number, or URL. Let's say URL, we'll try to find which kind of URL is there. Why it is not showing? Then phone numbers. Security is there. I think whatever. So what else I can show you? That is right click, URL, phone number, GPS, email address, DNS names. It is showing done. So it's not like that we reached to the limit. 12, 12, 12. Okay, let me just delete this. Close, don't save, and new graph. And again, I am going to the domain. Better which target, if you have any in the mind, I can show you that. Let's use Cisco, cisco.com or org. .com. So let's open this. And again, DNS, you can see now we can see the different option. Let me use the NS, name server. It is showing. So 3 DNS server, NS 1, 2, and 3. Generally, whenever you purchase any domain name, that domain provider will create one DNS record for you with that NS1 with your domain name. Let's say if my website is abc.com, then what? ns1.abc.com, your name record will generate it. Okay. And for backup, you will also find the NS2. If there are some problem in NS1, so you will find 2 by default with your domain name, NS1 and NS2. So wherever you only find the 2, that means what? It is beginning startup company or basic configuration. If there is only 2, that means what? It is using by default. Whenever you find different value, 3, 4, 6, that means what? That is actually focusing on their records also. And they have backup. So here we have 3, and obviously you know that Cisco is big company. Okay. Then right click, and according to this name server, let's say what I want to find. Email address or IP. Let's say IP. So you can see according that name server record, we have 2 IP. One is 72.163, that means IP version 4, and second is IP version 6. Now according this IP version 4, what you can use? Port number, phone number, text, URL, network block. According IP, let's say ports. That means what? You can see Sodan internet database. So it will check the Sodan database, and according this IP address, which port we have? 53 DNS. Okay. According this IP, again you can go in the ports blocks. URL, phone number, space, network, IP address. Email address. Here we don't have port number. Obviously, it is IP 6. My mistake. It's different stuff. Okay. Now, let's say with this, I try to find entity from the whois. Then you can see long detail because it's a very big giant company. So Mark Monitor, VeriSign, Mark Monitor Incorporation, and Cisco Technology Incorporation. These all are having different whois detail. This is the mobile number, contact number, like that, security contact. And then these all are the different email ID of that domain. You can see infosec.cisco.com, sorry, @cisco.com, abuse complaints @Mark Monitor. So whatever the provider, they always have this kind of one email ID for the complaint. If there is something running wrong with that particular domain, you can complain there. And this you can see who is request, and the location is what? According that I find the location, that is St. George. Okay. And if you want to find, let's say according to this location, what you want to find? Other URL or IP address or phone number, or you can find it. So there are lots of stuff now. So I hope you understand how we can use the Maltego. So anything confusion in your mind, you can ask. Everything obviously not able to remember on the first time. It will require multiple time practice. But what I'm explaining, that is able to understand. Online people, what about you? Just confirm me, please.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So now this is small point. Okay. What you can find out. How to download that I show you. Then we'll directly start the practical. So you can see we can create the Maltego account. Then we need to set up that. I already explained that. Then this extra option which I skipped. This is just for what? Navigating concept. Like here, understand. If I go to here, then this side, upper side, you will find different options. That is what? Like you, if you are using MS, PPT or Word, different option for what? Changing the format. That is the thing. This any option will not help you for the information gathering. It is just for changing the layout or format. Okay. So that you can use extra stuff, and for that what? You can also go through that extra session. I told you what? 10 video. And all you will find the 10 videos. That will explain all these different features, which is just for the special personal purpose. For the information gathering, whatever account, that is our main, this section, graph. This whole option is extra for the, you can count like a speed or skills. So this navigating mouse and layout and views, this is, I skip right now. Okay, transform set, then domain, subdomain, IP address, website, organization, email ID, personal details, social media. This is also there. Have I been found or not? Okay, and personal entity. So this all mostly our category detail according ethical hacking and information gathering. Okay, so according wherever you are working, we'll target your organization and try to find any information from the domain, from this Maltego, with this Maltego. And if you're able to find anything publicly open, like if you notice, we're not able to find in the Kali, but here we find. So that same thing you need to do. Some common detail, obviously, we require in public. If someone says, what is cisco.com, and that detail also not available, that means who will trust? So obviously some common details we need to put in the public. But is there any sensitive or private detail available in the public? Then what again? Make a report, attach that screenshot of Maltego and that report and submit like that. Okay.